talked with us and stated she made a mistake. She forgot. Well, I understand mistakes, and people make mistakes. We're human. Unfortunately, when you're talking about this type of mistake involving a 3-month-old baby left out in the heat, the potential for that could have been horrific and tragic. Not only the heat, a vehicle could have hit the child. Somebody could have abducted the child. So the family did not want to press charges on this, but we felt it was important enough to press charges. But also, why I called you all here today was to get the message out. You got to be responsible. Know where your kids are at all times. And I don't care if the kids are in their teenagers. You should know where your kids are at all times, especially a 3-month-old baby. You know, we hear tragic events where people leave 3-month-old babies in their cars and they go inside, and you have, unfortunately, babies passing away from that. This could have been avoided. Yes, it was a mistake, but it's an unfortunate mistake, but it could have been avoided. So people need to be more responsible. In the tech worlds we are now, everybody's tied up on their phones, and everybody's half the time not know what's going on around them immediately because they're thinking of other things. But this could have been a very, very tragic outcome. But thank God it wasn't. So hope the public learns from this. Please use this as an educational piece. We got to take care of our kids, especially our young babies like that and infants. You need to know where they are at all times. In the car seats, know where they're at. Take that extra second when you stop your car, get out, double check your car. Create these muscle memories that you know when you park your car, especially if you have young kids, you're going to get out and check the car and make sure everything's secure. Make sure the cars, don't leave anybody in the car, even your animals with the car running. I can tell you right now, if that car cuts off and that AC goes out, it's only a matter of, within minutes, less than 30 minutes, you're going to have some serious, serious problems. So I'm just glad and very, very happy that the child is okay. Nothing, no injuries whatsoever, and that's amazing because you know how hot it is. I go outside in the heat, and in 5 minutes, I'm sweating profusely. Can you imagine a 3-month-old baby? So I'll open it up right now to any questions.
I have a question here, sir.
Good.
What is the relationship between the woman and the other kids? It is my understanding that they were related, right?
No, they're not related. I think she's a caretaker for them. There's the parents put a lot of trust in her. There's some issues there as far as the parents being able to take care of the kids. And they're all, I don't think they're family by blood, but they all are kind of like I guess you'd call a makeshift family. Like, I have friends that I call family, but they're not my blood. So the same thing. So
she doesn't have like a company or anything like that?
That I don't know. I know she's babysitting for the kids, and she's babysitting for several kids. I believe we had 4 kids involved in this incident. You're dropping kids off at different locations and going to a park and then back to the karate school. But it's like something you see like, wow, how do you leave a 3-month-old baby? So it's unfortunate. She is very remorseful and traumatized by this herself too. She had to be held accountable, which she was, but she was definitely traumatized by this. So there's no winners in this. There is one winner, that the baby's okay.
I thought
Yes.
I heard you say that the baby was left unattended for 30.
Yeah, roughly 30, 35 minutes.
I thought I read in the report that the employee inside Martial Arts World,
Yeah.
kind of witness, had noticed the baby was outside and got him inside.
Yeah, but that was right around that time, between roughly 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Within that time frame, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought I'm reading it wrong, but my
Yeah.
understanding was that they had seen the baby within 5-10 minutes of the baby being left outside.
When I went to the martial arts
Yeah.
place as well, and they said they got the baby 3 to 4 minutes and brought it inside, and then she came back after 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was told the baby was out there for probably within 30 minutes. That's what I was told. And I read the report. It's kind of consistent with that, unless I'm seeing something else, unless I missed something. But does it matter if it's 30 minutes, it's 5 minutes? It's just the kid was left unattended out there in the heat.
Yeah.
The most important thing we need to talk about is, that this kid's okay. That's really the most important thing. So, next question.
Did the babysitter have a criminal record?
That I don't know. I don't think so. Like I said, we read her Miranda. She immediately wanted to talk. She waved a lawyer and said, "Hey, I screwed up." And she was upset, visibly upset, emotionally upset, as should be. I don't think this was an intentional act. It was an unfortunate mistake, but a mistake with a potential deadly outcome. And thank God it didn't come to that. So
Any of the footage that you collected, like security camera, body camera footage, showed
Yeah.
she was
I haven't got a chance-
visibly distracted or anything?
no, I haven't looked at. We're trying to. We have 5 hours of video we're looking through. I don't think we have that ready yet. And I haven't looked at the video yet, body camera video. But I was being told, from what I'm being told, from my staff, that she was visibly upset, as you would be. She didn't intentionally leave the kid there. It was a mistake. Overwhelmed, yes, but you have to still, there's basic things you got to do, like lock your car, make sure there's nobody left in the car. But and certain things you got to do when you're an adult and you have kids. You got to make sure you know where your kids are. If you're in a store, you got to have your kids with you. If you just can't leave kids wandering, especially a 3-month-old baby. So.
The child was taken to the hospital. Right?
Yes.
Has the child been discharged already?
Yeah, the child's fine. That day he was fine. Nothing, no injuries, no nothing, no long-term effects, no effects whatsoever. We got lucky. So it could come into play with the time frame also, but then find him out there, got him in the AC. But I know he was out. I was told 30 minutes, but roughly estimates. So we don't know for sure. Somebody looked around, thought maybe somebody left their kid there or something, and they were looking for people. I don't know why you wouldn't just pick the kid up and take him inside, but they're looking to see where, who leaves their kid there? Who leaves a 3-month-old kid on the side of the road? I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And the reason why I called this to you all, because I want to get the word out for other parents so no other family has to go through this. I know parents are busy right now. Everybody's working. Some parents have to have both parents have to work to make ends meet. And sometimes you rely on babysitters. And just got to make sure, this babysitter had no other issues. She's not a bad person. She's human. She made a mistake. And she's being held accountable for it. And like I said, the most important thing is the child is okay.
Can you expand on the decision-making process of how and when to bring charges?
It's called common sense.
Well, even though I guess I'm trying to hone in more on like the parents not wanting.
That doesn't matter when it comes to something like that. We have to charge them with that. But no, I understand the parents don't want to prosecute, but that's in a situation like this. If the victim was an adult, maybe we might be able to look at something different. But this is a very important case where you have a 3-month-old child. Just imagine how I have kids, and I remember my kid was 3 months old. I was afraid to touch him because I didn't want to break anything. Oh my God, what do I do? And you got this little baby in a car seat, left out there in the heat, and we're in Florida, man. The heat, the sun, the vehicles potentially. What about animals? I mean, it could have been bad, but it wasn't. Thank God. So.
Have you ever seen a case similar to this ever?
I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen different unfortunate cases with young infants passing on. Not so much in this case that I can remember, but a lot of other cases that were accidents, unfortunate accidents. So it's a huge responsibility, especially when you have an infant that young.
This could have ended in a very different.
Yeah, like I said, it could have been really bad. It could have been horrific. It still is bad, but it could have been horrific. But then you have the emotional toll, on the family and their struggles, what they're going through. But I know they're a lot happy. They're very happy that their child's okay. And then you got to look at her, what she's going through. This will probably haunt her forever, forever. So the only winner here, thank God, is the baby, and the baby's okay. Anything else? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, who you with?
Me? Spectrum News.
Spectrum, you want? I'll do something for you because Spectrum's okay.
Did you say there was any updates?
I don't watch Spectrum because it's the same thing over every 10 minutes. But
Did you say that there was any updates on the other two shootings?
What?
Other two shootings, the drive-by and
we are making headway on that.
Okay.
We are making headway on the drive-by. It's not really a drive-by. Everybody said it was a drive-by. The suspect parked the car, got out, and walked up and shot. So that's